What's up, and welcome back to NCP. The boys are officially back in town. I got Colin here tonight.
Yo,
Colin, how you
yo,
doing?
I'm good.
Ready to get back into it?
Absolutely. The earlier we get to the end of season three, the earlier we get to the start of season four.
No bias in that. And I got Mr. Late Night here. He goes a little bit later into the night than he used to. How you doing, him?
Doing all right. Peach is the best captain in the world. But other than that, I'm doing all right.
I'm really glad you brought that up because that was a big thing that I wanted to talk about in my notes from last week. Is I don't think we acknowledged enough on the broadcast how crazy it was that Hamilton lost to Peach in a
Look,
critical series.
all I'm gonna say is Peach between the two divisions has 3 wins this season. That's more than I think Wario in MLS.
Yeah, as
Peach, Peach value rising.
an SPL, Wario is absolutely worthless. But let's go ahead and get into results. This was a little while ago, so I'm glad that we now do. We watch along because otherwise I don't think I'd be able to tell you too much about what happened here as I struggle to find the correct display. Um,
Oh, I can tell you what happened here. PD whiffed the ball again.
yes, yes, he did. Which I swear never happened in the first two seasons. But now there are multiple instances. Colin, I'll go ahead and just give you the platform immediately. How is your PD doing statistically this season?
So season four is going to be an auction. My PD is scoring less than a goal per game, which I sent the stats out. He's the only non-speed captain to ever average less than a goal per game. He has a negative almost two impact. For reference, my Diddy Kong last season, let me pull that up real quick. Diddy Kong, known a terrible captain, rocks a a 0.55, which isn't good, but it's positive. Almost every single captain last season had a pot. Wait, no, outside of the princesses.
I was about to ask.
Actually, it was 1.53. I was reading striker index. 1.53 impact. Every captain was positive outside of the princesses last season, and PD has almost a negative two.
Can I ask what the princesses were as a manager of
Oh,
both?
negative 421 and negative 281.
Yeah,
Was that
good
Peach
numbers.
then
421 is
Daisy?
the lowest we've ever seen.
That's Peach.
Yeah.
So you could say
No,
that
that's Daisy. That's Daisy actually.
really she had a lower impact.
Yeah. Peach got a
Yeah, because I
win.
traded away Daisy for
Oh,
Peach,
yeah. Well, Daisy
and then
also got
lost.
a win.
Yeah,
They've had one
True.
win with each, but
yeah.
I think there are a lot of blowouts.
yeah. So Colin, could you say that PD is having a historic season?
PD's having a historically bad season. Yes.
We'll leave it at a historic season. It's going to be really funny. I'm really excited for the auction where we have multiple instances of the same character, and not to leak too much, but I think it's fair to say, Colin, that you are going to have like a stat display come up when specific characters come into the auction. I think
Yes.
it's going to be really funny to see like how PD is valued differently if that has any sway. Hamilton, do you believe in the separation of the two tiers, like that the sidekicks in them are different?
Absolutely, which is why I'm fighting to get into the SPL only so that way PD still has value. No other reason.
That's it. But
Um,
what are you gonna say, Ham?
I'd also like to apologize because I know Dave listens, and I realized I misspoke at the beginning of the podcast and said Wario's in MLS is really bad. I did mean SPL. Obviously, we know that Wario for Dave is cooking. Best captain in the league, I think, for our division. I
Have the
don't need
most
any
goals per game
slander
all
going
time.
Dave's way that it's not necessary.
Yeah, having one of the greatest statistical seasons of all time. It has slowed down a little bit, and we'll get into that later, but still on pace for like in terms of like metrics, like strikers index, impact, goals per game, still like way up there. But this was I think a close series. I can't remember. Did this go to three, or was this just done in two?
It went to
It
three,
went to
I
three.
believe.
Yeah. So there was a point for you, Colin. Um,
Yeah, we got a point.
that was big, but yeah,
Um,
I'm pretty sure Dave just kind of pulled away towards the end, and this was sort of more of a consolation goal than anything. Um, but a massive, massive result for Dave, and you know, pretty inconsequential result for Colin. He's locked six now. I think is fair
uh,
to say.
Technically, I would just have to make up 15 goals on Jake,
Okay, so
and he couldn't get a point.
he
But
is
yeah.
not mathematically locked into sixth, and the jump to fifth means absolutely nothing. So that's great. Big stay tuned for Colin's games for the rest of the season. Dude, I don't understand. I swear the team you ran out there was kind of nasty. Um, and I don't think
It's
you were a
fine.
big believer in Dave's team either.
I
Um,
wasn't.
next series was, I definitely think, one of the series of the week. We had Reed Hot Chili Strikers versus Control Alt Defeat. Reed pretty much needed to win this, just like he needed to win the week before to even stand a chance of playoffs. Reed, you actually have been listening recently. I want you to know that I refrained from taking a dig at you earlier when Colin said everyone knows that Did is a bad captain. So I think I deserve some credit for that. Uh, but Ham, did you actually talk to Reed at all after after this result?
Um, I know that Reed was asking me. Yes, I talked to him about this result, but I know that he also texted me Sunday morning and said, "Was there no strikers?" Now, was it said in the Discord? Absolutely. Did he acknowledge that it was probably said in the Discord? Absolutely. But I also know that that means he was looking to watch film Sunday morning. So I know he's watching the games. I know he's more locked in this season than he was last season, and I know that the slander he's been getting is also, I think, increased his the amount he's paying attention.
Yeah, he
You
definitely
know
is.
he's good.
He definitely is
Go
a
ahead,
he
Boom.
definitely is a hate watcher of the podcast.
Hmm.
Um, didn't he have a message for you though? Like
Hmm.
during the series, I seem to remember something coming through the grapevine. I can't quite get the exact verbiage in my head. Um, but
So I am texting him about fantasy football, so I gotta go digging.
yeah, if you can't find it, I do know that Reed was stoked, and rightfully so. This was Garrett was understandably pissed about this. In map two, let's see, was it a little bit? I guess it was a little bit. So it was tied 1-1, and this is great content for. I'm tripping. No, okay. So Garrett ties it 2-2 with like less than 15 seconds left. Um, and this is for him to ice the series. He potentially could be putting himself in pole position for first place, which is automatic promotion. And then pretty much immediately after the kickoff, Yoshi throws away an egg, and then this is happening further down the line than I think. But DK hits the double chest rub, gets dispossessed, and Reed wins game two and then never really slows down. I'm pretty sure map three was, not a complete blowout, but never really close. So Garrett was understandably pissed about that. And, with the slate of games coming up of Terrio's Disciples versus Plumbers and Pyromaniacs, I think he was feeling distraught. Um, Cam, were you able to find Reed's quote?
I did. I forgot what it was. um, it was Ligma balls, read hot chili peppers to the moon.
Not strikers?
No, read hot chili peppers.
not, not,
That's what it says.
not Pipers?
Not pipers, peppers. Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. They kind of are going to the moon. We were talking about the Freddie late season run, but the Reed one is a sight to behold. If only he could have made this positive change sooner. Um, but the final game of the night in MLS was Terrio's Disciples versus Plumbers and Pyromaniacs.
We can
Ter-
skip this one.
Terrio's Disciples holding on by a thread. um, for their hopes of making playoffs, and Plumbers and Pyromaniacs looking to take sole possession of first place. Those were the stakes coming into this game. And Colin, I know you were with Jake in person. Did he think that he stood a chance?
I don't. He wanted to tune in, so he had maybe some. I in my mind what would have been unfounded faith in the boys, but they absolutely came through for him. Terrio's disciples. He was pumped on the corner of the 7-Eleven that we were watching from.
And with that win, he similar to how Colin is not mathematically eliminated from fifth. Jake is not mathematically eliminated from promotion. What just happened there?
I just did I was actually just running through scenarios to see who may or may not be eliminated yet. Jake can actually climb all the way to second
Okay, but
with a lot of shenanigans, but
yeah, but first is out of reach.
first is out of reach.
Um, but very tough loss for Hamilton, Plumbers and Pyromaniacs, and Mario lovers around the world. Hamilton, where do your Mario stocks sit right now?
Honestly, I think my team stocks sit pretty low because Mario just lost to Peach, but I know that I want to pull out Bowser for the next matchup, and that's against the Did lineup, and that's got a bad track record. So I've got thoughts. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'll be fully transparent, Colin. I have not submitted a lineup.
I was curious because I wasn't sure if you were gonna try to play to try to get the 1 seed or play to make sure you were gonna be good if you had to play in the promotion game. So I don't wasn't sure what your strategy is gonna be coming down the stretch here
Mhm. Do I play you in the last week or next week?
next week. And Bowser has 2 stamina, so you could run Bowser out twice to try to get the one, or save Bowser 1 week to try to have him for the
hmm
playoff game.
hmm
Well, I'll say, you know, I don't even think that the top
I
three
appreciate
is
the slow mo.
guaranteed for Hamilton at this point. I mean, really, like there are four teams who all could be in that promotional playoff, so that's a
Yeah,
risky position to be in. Um,
I really appreciate this slow mo that you're running, Austin.
yeah,
With the six in the red
you're
zero.
welcome. Which I do want to highlight. Jake has had to have like some of the craziest Mega Strike luck this season. Two very iconic moments. The three in the gray converting into a double, and now the O for six in the red. Could have made it a game going down the wire, but Jake's crit is insane apparently. Um, but our standings in the MLS after that, very very interesting. So Toad and the Bros sits up top with 17 points. Plumbers and Pyromaniacs also on 17 points. Control Alt Defeat also on 17 points. Reed Hot Chili Strikers 15 points, still less than a game back. Terio's Disciples on 12 points, not fully eliminated. And Colin's Colonials fully eliminated on 6 points. Um,
It goes head to head and then goal difference, right?
Yes, it is head to head. If it's a two-way tie and you've oh, sorry. If it's a two-way tie and you've won both your matchups, then you'll get
Okay.
the tiebreaker.
And then my follow-up question is, anyone know if anyone's actually swept somebody so far?
Yes. There's been a few people. I mean, obviously I've been swept by a couple people, but there's some things like Danny swept Eric.
I
Some
also
other
swept
ones.
Eric.
Yeah, Eric swept Freddie, you know.
Let me rephrase. Has anyone swept anyone in the MLS? The thing I'm worried
I
about.
don't. I Yes, but I don't know off the top of my head.
All right.
Wait, I can look this up actually. I have this.
What is Colin like even good for if he can't just pull off very specific
Wait,
stats off the
Yeah.
top of
I
his
can
head
pull this up.
in like every single
Um,
moment? What are we
let's
not
see.
paying this guy for?
Dave, Dave and Garrett swept me. Dave swept Jake. That's it.
So in theory, the ones that don't matter.
Yeah.
However, Dave and Garrett play each other this week. who won? Garrett won the first time they played, so that's a potential tiebreaker right there. And then Hamilton and Dave play each other. So if Dave wins one and loses one, he still could potentially be screwed by that. Um, Actually, I don't. I was saying that with full confidence. I did not check who actually won between Hamilton and Dave earlier in the season. It was Hamilton. Okay, my point stands. So
That's
the
week 10. Yeah.
yeah, it does not exist right now, but that could potentially come into play.
Yeah.
Um,
His goal differential is also scary. 6 goals in front of me, who's 6 goals in front of Garrett, who's 5 in front of Reed. Like, I don't think Reed can mount a climb and pass Dave in goal differential.
no,
Yeah,
especially because
17 in 2 weeks.
yeah, especially because he doesn't play any of his competition head to head. So he doesn't get that sort of 2x multiplier.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's just go around the table and do a quick pulse check on what our Preds are for top three. You can put it in order. Let's say let's say you have to put it in order. So this is also including who you think the champion will be. Um, Colin, do you have anything solidified in your head, or would you like me to go first?
I can talk through it out loud. I was just looking at Reed. Obviously, he's the standout here, being not on 17 points. Doesn't really control his own fate because he plays me and Jake, but at the same time, he plays me and Jake. Um, so easier schedule. I think it's certainly not unreasonable for him to walk out of here with 21 points. Where, you know, if he takes care of, actually he does control his own fate because one of them have to lose. So he control. I think Reed's gonna be in is the end of my statement there. Um, the other people, Dave. I mean, it's so head to head. Ham and Garrett each get a game against me or Jake. Dave, Dave obviously can do it, but he's got Garrett. He's got Ham. He's got some tough competition. I'm gonna go Ham. I'm gonna say Dave falters. Let's go Garrett, Ham, Reed in some order. I don't know what the order is.
I'm gonna say the same thing, except I'll solidify my order as Hamilton, Garrett, Reed, and I'm saying this under the condition that Hamilton can't rest and he has to play Bowser twice.
I'm, I'm gonna tell you that the reason to not play Bowser is because Bowser is not good against the dead lineup. It won't be for resting. It'll truly be a lineup matchup situation. Um, but I do think I'm gonna go a very different group. I think Toad and the Bros sweeps their next 2 games to get first. I think Reed Hot Chili Strikers sweeps their next 2 games to get up to 21 points and go to second.
You
And I
think you
think
think Reed Hot Chili Strikers sweeps their next two games?
It's
Actually,
Reed and then me.
I will rescind my pick because I just remembered who Reed is going to be playing this week in terms of his roster. He is locked into Daisy
Oh,
Toad Monty Shy Guy. I repeat, Daisy Toad Monty Shy Guy.
This is
Hear you.
opponent submitted a roster. Are we leaking? Oh,
No,
it's Jake. We're good.
he,
He's locked in.
he's locked in. He is locked in. He ran Yoshi double DB back to back weeks. That's the deal that he made by doing that. So he plays. Does he play Jake?
He
Yep.
plays Jake.
God damn it.
Jake's got Waluigi, Birdo, Koopa. He could run Peach if he doesn't get a line.
Why is this a game?
electric.
Oh my god. I can't pred Reed with that, so I'm gonna punt Reed out of mine. You can go on with your point, Hamilton, but I
I I'm gonna hear Austin's point, but I'm still gonna take Reed to sweep, and then I think Garrett gets the third spot. I'm gonna go Dave, Reed, Garrett. I sit outside looking in.
this man stinks of defecation.
Look, I just watched my Mario lose to Bowser. Mario was the best captain in the league before that week, and now he's the worst. So
Speak for the
I think
MLS.
that's my bad. That's my bad. Only in the MLS. Um,
Don't talk about the goat.
but that being said, I have serious. The locker room's in shambles. Okay, let me tell you, the coach has no idea what he's doing. He can't get morale up. We're fumbling the bag at the end of the season. Hot start, bad finish. Peaked at the wrong time.
Hamilton's hat is tipped. His pants are shat. Um, and the MLS is going to have a very interesting finish. I mean, I think that we all presented 3 different cases that are very, very likely. Um, and
It's a series of 12 coin, not maybe not 12 coin flips, but like 6 coin flips that determine everything.
yeah. I was about to say, Colin, you can't catch Jake, but you did not lose. You did not get swept by him. So
I did not. I can catch Jake, but I need to make up 15 goals.
I
what
got you.
I'm gonna put this out to the table, but I'll ask Colin first. What do you think the percentage chance of a Terrio playoff berth is?
0. I think he's getting
He's
6.
got the Reed Daisy team. So he's got to win that. And then he's gonna have he's playing Garrett. What's Garrett's stamina looking like? Garrett probably gonna have to play an A team. Both. Well, he can only play Donkey Kong 1 week, so
Who's
I
his other
think it's
captain?
low.
Luigi.
But he did just win with Peach,
He's
so I
got two
won't
A
rule the guy
captains.
out.
Don't disrespect Luigi.
Knows how to coach up a roster.
Give me a number. Give me a percent chance.
Uh, 22.
22.
I got a 100% chance that Colin is gonna pass Terrio's Disciples, and Terrio's Disciples is finishing 6th.
The Oracle has
Making up
spoken.
15 goals.
We're
and
going all the
goal
way back to
differential.
season 1 when Hamilton called out that Eric would get a red herring in Daisy triple shy guy against the second best team in the league. The Oracle's back. I
Speaking of
say
that, Colin, do you want Bowser, Dry Bones, and anyone else on my roster for the next 2 weeks?
No.
Just boot you up.
No.
You gotta solidify this predicate.
I give Terrio a 5% chance. But we'll see. Only time will tell. But that was it for MLS action. SPL as we go in. So we're going to be watching all the games on 0.25x. This series right here of the Flying Dutchman versus Fredchester United, I think was entirely unmemorable. I think Adam submitted a lineup, but not map picks. But the lineup he had available was trash. Um, the draft form fiasco really starting to bite him in the butt the later in the season we get, and missing his one did lineup rotation. Um, Colin, how are you feeling about Fred's vibes right now?
What has Fred done lately? He's got to win here. He's got to win there. I mean, he's a late game man. He's a late season manager. He's won the last 2-0. Now's the time to get hot, and this is when Freddie tends to turn it on. Um, he's got Austin, Danny towards the end. Um, it's a tough road ahead, but somehow the kid always pulls it off.
Yeah, I'm trademarking it. It's Fred time. It's that part of the season, which talked about it a little bit either in the podcast last time or on broadcast. But Danny has Fred's season in his hands, and consequently Adams too. He has no real reason or incentive to play Bowser in either week 9 or 10. It is entirely his discretion. Um, I don't know which way he will go. It'd be kind of fun to ask him, but he is not here. Um,
I
Hamilton.
have talked to him, and he has decided. It's a he made a decision that was not based on anything other than what benefit his team the most. And so I know that that decision has been made. I do not know who it is. Um, and I only don't know who it is, truthfully, because I forgot.
Wow.
It
I
it didn't affect me.
I thought he was keeping his cards close to his chest.
No. He's willing to share that information.
I mean, is he willing to withstand the wrath of Freddy, or the fact that he will probably never ever talk to Adam? It's a good.
I mean, you mean the wrath of Adam? Like, how would Danny live knowing that he pissed off Adam?
Grant.
Who? No.
Lemons.
Leave me alone.
I don't know how Danny's conscious would ever recover from that, but
Yeah.
huge result from Fred and Bowser Jr. I know one week I asked you, Colin, what the difference was in stats between Waluigi and Bowser Jr. just because that's something that Freddy's been under a lot of fire for. And back then the divide wasn't that big, and when you look at goals per game, it's still not that big. However, when you look at win percentage, it is a chasm. Um, Bowser Jr. this season has okay. I misread. I was reading Bowser's win percentage, which is 83%. Bowser Jr.'s is still 64, and Fred's Waluigi is at a 14% win percentage, which is abysmal. I'm not looking around too deeply, but that is the lowest in the SPL, and the only person he's above in the MLS is the Did because he has 0.
Shout out to Did.
Shout out to Reed. You gotta protect that trade asset. um, Next series was Come On Mr. Monty versus Spread Triple Option. Um, you know, Peach has burned bright this season, but it was always only a matter of time before things would fall apart, and this this was that. Um, Colin, do you have any explanation, credence to how Peach has looked different this season? Because this just looked like a regression to the mean.
I don't. I feel like it is Peach as a whole in SPL season 3. Obviously, way more success than season 2. 57. Wait, where's win percentage? 50% win percentage, which is nuts for her. She's only scoring half a goal per game, so she's kind of getting carried. Like impact is still the worst of any captain across the league. She's just kind of getting a couple wins, skating by a couple mega strike goals here, but it hasn't really been that strong of a season. She's just kind of getting wins. A little bit of a Tim Tebow effect going on.
But I mean, even Danny's Bowser isn't having an insane statistical season. Um,
True.
so
But still 1.44 goals per game versus
yeah, and I think the impact stats are looking a little bit different. Um, but huge win for Jacob, inconsequential loss for Danny. Other than probably I think the only thing that was holding on to Peach's All-Star chances was her undefeated record, and I swear to God, if Peach is in the All-Star game,
I've got a serious question of, is Peach still the if you have no stamina captain?
next
Is
season.
Peach Triple Blue still the wow, this is a throwaway lineup after she's got 3 wins, 4 wins across the 2 leagues?
I mean, I feel like that fate entirely rests in Colin's hands. If Colin is able to summon anything with the Did, uh, but right now, which
I feel like it should go to the captain with the lowest win percentage across the season, combined with whatever side 3 of whatever sidekick had the lowest win percentage,
I could rock with
which
that.
right now would be
Is it in your league?
I was just gonna say overall because I feel like it should be the same for both
Okay.
leagues.
Okay.
Whatever
It
makes your
would
life
be
simpler.
No, no, no.
Daisy Triple Birdo.
Oh, Colin's worst nightmare.
If you're playing against Colin, you might just not submit a roster.
Well, to
Also,
clarify,
the only time you can get stuck is week 2. So just
yeah.
or week 3. So just don't screw up week 2 and you're fine.
But maybe Daisy Triple Birdo will turn it on. Um, Last series of the week overall, and particularly in the SPL, was Super Ario Bros versus Goose Crusade. Um, Definitely not even my biased take, but just based off the fact that the other ones were very boring sweeps. Definitely series of the week for the SPL. Map 1 had an absurd clutch Mega Strike from Wario. He was down 3-1 with 30 seconds left and proceeded to drop 3 goals on 4 in the red, which is obscene. He likes to get his revenge. Um, Second game was relatively close, but
Did Mario have a similar performance on Mega Strikes in my game? I'm trying to remember.
I think it was a little bit different. But
Okay, sorry.
no, that's a good point. I can go back um, and find it. So let's see. This is really important. So what did Wario have? 4 in
Like
the red,
4 in the red.
and he scored 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember how many Mario had. Let me make sure I up the pixel quality here. Colin, do you remember?
No.
Okay, it's 6 in the red.
Mm.
And how
I
many?
also scored. I think I scored 3. Right?
Yeah. You scored 3 and you won 3 too. Yeah, that's what happened. Um, but Map 3 was a Stormship Stadium Classic. No goals scored. Colin, I don't know if you can pull it up, but I believe that Stormship has about half the goals per game of any other map.
Partnership has 2.5 goals per game, but we've only gone there 4 times the entire season. And it only has 2 Mega Strike goals.
Well, it's also, I don't think it's a super mega strikey map because
No.
the lightning is just kind of random. Apparently, if you are in OBS and you hit Control R, which is the same command as refresh, which we have to do periodically, it makes your font big. I will fix that eventually, but I have not had time. So the last minute and a half of this series has giant font, but I mean it doesn't matter because that's the team that won anyway. So I'll just say it was intentional. Um, but the SPL table is basically a flip of the MLS, which, given the format, is actually super interesting. So, spread triple option, far and away the best team. I guess, Colin, back me on this. It's not technically locked in first.
Not
Um,
technically. Eric could, I think, theoretically catch him, but it would require,
yeah,
I think,
the only
him to win
situation where
out,
that
Danny to lose
happens,
out.
whereas
Yeah.
Danny gets swept in both games,
Yes.
and then Eric wins. He can win in 2 or 3. So Danny has to win no games for the entire rest of the season. So far and away the best team. Goose Crusade on 16 points, and then we get to the scrum. Come on, Mr. Monty on 12 points. Super Ario Bros also on 12 points. Fredchester United 1 point back on 11 points, and then Flying Dutchman, the team that had their magical first half of the season, I believe is on 3 straight losses, and now looking in very, very real danger of the auto relegation.
I'm
Um,
shocked that team has fallen apart with the captains of Diddy and Daisy.
and a manager who is unable to properly time his deadline. Imagine a world, even if he had run the deadline up against me and gotten that win, he still would be in trouble because Freddie and Jacob have turned it on.
Did he
Um,
have a non-did lineup win this season?
I don't think so.
You're the stat man.
I'm like
Yeah, I don't know.
95% sure because he has uh it says he has 4 wins. Yeah. Those he all of his wins are did lineup. He has 100% win percentage as the did lineup and a
Zero.
0 as non did. That's crazy. That's game wins too. I'm not
Yeah.
positive on that, but I think, dude, that is so painful. Um, but anyway, we'll do the flip side of what we did in the MLS, where, um, well, I guess it's not really the flip side. We're also just predicting the top. I guess we have to predict the top four in the SPL. Top three would be
Uh,
not
top
very.
three and then bottom,
Let's
and
do the
just
top
predict the middle
five.
four. Let's predict the middle four.
Let's predict the
Oh, I
middle
guess the
four,
last bottom five.
bottom five.
We ignore, we ignore Dan.
Um, let's predict the bottom three.
Okay, that works. That's
That's
probably the best way to
yeah.
do it.
So it is the mirror image. Um,
Yeah.
Hamilton, would you like to start us off this time?
Um, I would love to, if you guys would indulge my questions of scheduling, but
Yeah, I got it. I got schedule up.
so like I don't know anybody who plays anybody is what I'm gonna say. I
so,
apologize that.
so he wants you to read out the
Maybe,
schedule.
maybe give me a second as I've pulled it up and I can talk myself through this. So Adam plays Danny and Adam plays Eric. I'm gonna keep Adam just where he is.
One of that could be Peach though.
One of those could be Peach. The other one most likely won't be rested, is my mind.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Eric's rest is Wario. So.
yeah. Freddie plays Austin and Freddie plays Danny. I think Freddie's getting Peach, is what I'm going to say. I'm not certain of that fact. Freddie, if
Weak.
you're listening to this, you have no reason to be angry with Danny or me if I am incorrect. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But with that, I think Freddie might get 3 points, maybe 4, gets him to 15. That's where I'm gonna stop for now. Um, Super Mario Bros. Austin. Austin plays Freddie. Austin plays Jacob. I'm gonna say Austin gets 3 to 4 points, puts him at 15 to 16. Come on, Mr. Monty plays Eric. Plays Austin. I think he could get 2 to 3 points. So I think I'm gonna go Dutchman, Monty, and then I didn't look at Eric, so I should look at Eric. Eric plays Jacob. Eric plays Adam. So I'm gonna go Dutchman. Come on, Mr. Monty. Um, and then I think I'm gonna go Fred Chester, and then I'm gonna go Super Mario Bros. Goose Crusade spread triple option.
All right. He went for the full sixth, with Jacob falling all the way down to fifth.
Wow. I will put
Sorry, Jacob.
my thought process out here. I'm looking at this 3 to 5 range. I think Adam's done. I'm chalking up Adam. I think Eric's in. Danny we know is in. So it's this 1 point spread between Jacob, Austin, Freddie. I'm looking at Austin's schedule. Freddie, Jacob. Austin controls this. Whatever Austin does, one of these 3 teams is gonna win both games. I don't think either any of them are gonna, lose, or I don't think they're all gonna lose one. It's probably mathematically possible, but I just don't feel like it's gonna happen. Whichever one of these teams wins two is gonna take it. Jacob has Eric, Freddie has Austin, Danny.
I just said all these.
Give me the bros. Give me the bros. Give me the bros in the 3.
Who's in the
I'll
four?
drop Jaco to 5, Fred in the 4.
So the exact same
But
thing I
late,
said. I like the way you
yeah,
think.
probably. Late season Fred might come through.
I forgot about late season Fred. Fuck.
I would be feeling less confident in late season Fred if Hamilton hadn't certified leak journalist on the scene leaked Danny's
Hamilton
peach.
Schefter.
Isn't the basketball guy named Shams? What's his name?
Yeah, yeah. There's
Hamilton.
also Waj.
Watch, yeah, but there's another guy who's literally just Shamilton. Um, Jeez. Okay. Well, that's a big drop that Hamilton just had, Freddie. I would write that down in your journal. Um,
I mean, I will also state that Freddie was going to figure that out this weekend when Danny plays Adam. Like we're going to figure it out.
yeah,
He's either going to run Bowser or he's going to run Peach, and
that's
then the
true.
other one gets the other one. So just don't drop the podcast until Saturday afternoon.
Got it. That sounds really useful for everyone who wants to listen to it. A podcast that's entirely defunct in 3 hours. I'm locking in Flying Dutchman in sixth. I am going to put myself in fifth.
Ah, the defecation. You can
I'm
smell it.
I'm I'm defecating. I am defecating. Um, and then I'm gonna put Jacob in fourth because I believe in hashtag Fred time. Um,
He believes in late season
late
Fred.
late season Fred. The man always does it. I swear he had a horrible season last year, and he somehow is in tier one. And he is 15 goals behind me and
The
17 behind Jacob,
spellcasters for you.
and somehow he has the least amount of goals for in the SPL by 9. Yet he still sits in a great position, especially if Danny plays Peach. Um, so will be very interesting. The playoff calculator for both SPL and MLS is really fun at this stage, just because there are so many different variables where you can start to play with head-to-head, goal difference, all sorts of cool stuff. So check that out. But we had another big happening these past couple weeks, and that was voting for SPL All Stars. We talked a little bit about it. We did a little bit of it on the podcast, but we now officially have our team. What's up, Ham?
I was just looking at this and I thought it was really crazy. You were on the right screen and now you're not, and that's okay. But Danny only has 39 goals against.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an insane stat in my mind.
It's an
It's all
insane
like
rate.
you talk about how few goals Freddie has scored, and that's the same number that Danny's given up. Um, that's just kind of crazy. I thought it was 12 away, but 10 away from the nearest person in the SPL. Sorry.
Although I will say, if we look at, assuming my stats are real and there's no mistakes, if we look at across historically, it is the best defensive season we've ever seen. But it's not that much better than me and you, Ham, season one, both only allowing about 2.25 goals a game.
Season 1 is a fever dream. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hamilton was running triple dry bones DK. Like, we can't. That is a cool
Yeah.
legacy stat, but I think when you compare it to last season, which I was also pulling up at the same time as Colin, great minds think
The
alike.
lowest was you at 2.6.
Yeah, so big jump.
But
But
we
it's
do have 6 teams in the middle of this season between the best season of last year. I mean, there's just less goals this season
Yeah, really,
as a whole.
really bizarre phenomenon. Makes no sense to me. But SPL All Stars. We did not think about or plan any way to display this visually other than
I was just gonna read them.
yeah.
I'm glad you got to that page because I just took the link. I literally just you wouldn't have been able to get there if you didn't have it up already. I just pulled it off the website live on the pod.
Well, that's all right. I can type this out in real time as Colin reveals this. So is there a first team and second team for both SPL and
There is
MLS?
gonna be a first and second team.
Okay. Um, do you want to do what order do you
I
want
was
to do
gonna
this in,
go.
Colin?
I was gonna do SPL 1, then SPL 2, then MLS 1, then MLS 2.
That sounds great. Hit me.
All right, captaining captaining the SPL up top. That striker will be Bowser 1. Not really shocking for first place. We had, just for context, we had 9 submissions. Bowser had 4 first place, 3 second places,
I
leading
like
the
the
charge
other way
there.
better.
Should I do? Let's do
Yes.
captain. Let's captain top midfield for SPL.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll go to MLS. Um,
What about manager?
that'll be at the end. Don't
Okay.
worry. Second team Mario. 2 first place votes, 4 second place votes, and a third place vote.
This is Mario
Mario
2.
Mario 2 will be captaining the SPL second team. Peach came close, picking up 2 first place votes, but did not squeeze in there.
Those are probably
um,
3 weeks ago.
top midfield, Markley would be first team, having an absolutely insane season for Danny. And then a 2-time All-Star will be pulling up in the second team. He was first team last year, second team this year. Continues to do it week in, week out.
Your voice cut out right as you said the name, but I'm assuming you said Mr. Monty.
Oh, yes, it was Mr. Monty. Bottom midfield. Drybones 8, which I believe is also Danny's Drybones. First team. I think first team is just Danny's team, to be honest. um, second team, Boo 4.
For bottom midfield?
For bottom midfield, we get Boo 4.
Whose boo is that?
Um, SPL data, bottom midfield, Boo 4 is Eric's Boo.
Okay. All right.
Because Austin's skeptical. I know I voted for this boo. I need you to rattle off this boo's stats,
All right, let me pull them up from the actual page and not that
please.
one. 'Cause I don't fully trust that one. Boo 4.94 goals per game. Can I end there? Oh, wait, that's
I'm good.
Birdo. Sorry, that's Birdo. I'm looking at the
I
wrong
was
one.
good to end there, but I don't think that was right.
0.17 goals per game. Sorry, there's a lot of B's. 0.17 goals per game, but we got a plus minus of 15, which is the highest of any sidekick. I'm sorry, there's a lot of stats around here. 75% win percentage, 2.9 impact, which is really high.
True.
Yeah, there's Boo 4.
Yeah, very good in the advanced metrics.
Yeah. Let's see. Defense. Koopa 2. Not 0.94 goals per game. Stop. That was Jake's Birdo. Or maybe Hamilton's Birdo. I think it was Hamilton's Birdo.
I don't think it's my Birdo. I went in and removed BHB from my Birdo.
He's still BHB on the voting.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, defense. Koopa 2, yes. Toad 5 gets defense. I don't know. I don't have. If someone else could, Ham, if you'd be looking up whose teams these guys are on.
Toad
That'll tell
5
me what
Toad
the
5
easily.
is also Drybones 9. That's my Toad.
Oh, that's your Toad?
Yeah, point 5 goals per game playing exclusively defense. And one of the all-time leaders in skill shot goals per game. So, we're the second team, but that's just Danny's team, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just Danny's team.
And then second team is 1 to 2 from each.
Yeah. Yeah. Second team, is there any? It's what? Your Mario, your Boo, Eric's, or your Toad, Eric's Boo, and Jacob's Monty, obviously. Manager, Danny goes unanimous.
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 That's what's up.
And then Eric almost got a unanimous second team, but someone put a vote in for.
Who?
I don't know who did. I could look. I'm not going
No,
to.
no. Who they vote for?
Oh, who did the person? Oh,
No,
the person that didn't vote for Eric.
No, no. Your voice cut out right as you said, "Who else got a vote?"
Oh, Austin.
Okay. I don't.
It keeps like you're going through like an entire train of thought, and then right as you say the name, it keeps cutting.
Great. Cool.
It's just for the
Cool,
suspense.
cool,
It's
cool,
it's
cool.
intentional.
But yeah. That is our SPL All Stars.
Very stacked, very deserving. If you're on audio, it is on screen.
Are we doing? Are we gonna do an MLS? Are we doing a game?
We can kind of do a game. Yes.
Okay.
We'll find out now whether we'll do a game.
There's
Okay.
there's one issue. Captaining the MLS first team will be Wario. Not really a big shocker there. Absolutely insane season
This is Wario
for
2.
Wario. Wario 2. He actually got more votes than captain for SPL was a lot closer than captain for MLS. And second team is Mario. So we have two All-Star Marios.
Must have been before the voting, before the last set of games.
Most of it was, yes. Well, that's the fun of All Stars, you know. They never happen at the end. Top midfield, unanimous Koopa 8.
Is that
Which
Dave's
I'm gonna have to
coop?
look up.
I'm
I'm
working
gonna
on
have to look up what
I've
Koopa
got
8
it. I've
is.
got it. I've got it. It is indeed Dave's Koopa.
Man has
1.14
1.14 goals per game. Go ahead, Colin.
Yeah. 1.14 goals per game, 6.3 impact.
A
Mid-
1.0 strikers index, which for a sidekick is insane.
That's
That is crazy.
single season records. I think he's all great stats.
Yeah.
Highest sidekick impact, highest sidekick striker index. I think highest sidekick goals per game.
Yeah.
Cat's going nuts. Second team is Dry Bones 1.
Reed's Dry Bones.
Reed's Dry Bones. And they're having a good season there.
Was
I think
is-
it's Reed's.
I think that's a legacy Dry Bones.
Is-
Didn't you have Dry Bones 1?
is that the
No,
goat?
you had Dry Bones 1.
Was that the goat?
That is the GOAT,
That's-
actually,
that's
yeah.
the goat.
That is he's I think all-time records. He holds a lot of stats.
Well,
It's
he's not
pretty
the
much
goat.
it's between him and Monty and Mr. Monty. He actually leads in goals per game over Mr. Monty.
He's like your classic stat patter dude who's just like insane but always plays for trash teams. He's freaking Calvin Johnson. He's Devin Booker.
Most sidekick goals per game, most skill shot goals. You know, he's been good.
Yeah.
Like the rate stats aren't there, but the counting stats are nuts. Big Hit Birdo got third, just as a note. No longer Big Hit Birdo.
She's fallen out of form. Name had to go. Sorry, they've fallen out of form. Name had to go.
Bottom midfield, we are going to give it, despite the fact that they actually got the second most votes. You'll hear why later. Toad 8 is going to be team 1 for bottom midfield.
Garrett's Toad.
Garrett's Toad, and then Koopa 3 is going to be second team there.
Is that Kunai?
That is
Kunai,
Jake's.
Dude. Kunai also.
Shockingly, my Dry Bones didn't get a vote.
Colin's garbage cans did not get a vote.
And my Monty got 2 third place votes.
Crazy that we would be drooling over Kunai if Koopa 8 did not exist. But midfield Koopas are kind of crazy. They're not a regular thing, but the two of them that I think exist are putting respect on the name of the midfield Koopa. Except for Freddy's Koopa that I think he played in midfield is still ass.
Defense. This defender actually was the top vote getter at both bottom midfield and defense. We put him on defense because he has more games played at defense, while Toad 8 had more games played at midfield. Dry Bones 2.
Spy Dry Bones?
So yours?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Toad 8 would have gotten second team, but already got first team at bottom midfield. So our second team defender is actually Big Hit Birdo. All-star Birdo comes through.
The freaking
Getting 1 first place votes, 2 second place, and a third.
there was so much nepotism going on in the freaking MLS All-Star selections. It was just like all the same characters at every position.
Yeah, the MLS had a lot more a lot more position, like people just got moved around a lot and played multiple different positions, whereas I felt like the SPL is just kind of like you're a defender, you're a striker. I don't know, maybe it's just because there's a lot of double teams going on.
Or because you guys suck.
Yeah, well, I suck. Managers, Ham gets first team despite getting the third most first place votes. Kind of split the vote, but Garrett will get the second team. Ham was kind of consensus voted 2, but got the most points to get number 1.
Who was number 3?
Dave at 19 points. The
Garrett
points
was
don't
2.
really matter. I just did a
Oh,
system
thank you.
to rank it.
Who was number 4?
And I got 6 points. Me.
Who got number 5?
Thanks, Fred. Reed.
Oh, I thought Reed got 6.
Jake got 1 point. Jake got someone put a Jake in for third.
I wonder who it was.
There was only one manager who didn't get a vote. Can we take a guess who it was?
Yeah, I've got one.
Grant.
Yeah.
Grant didn't get a vote, but it would be Adam.
I mean, Grant still is the winningest manager in history of Strikers Sim.
Yes.
60% win percentage.
I can't wait for when we're in season 15 and we look back and like, who's the best manager? Who's got the highest winning percentage? Grant.
Still Grant.
At some point, I might need to put a minimum games coached qualifier on there.
Nope.
Just to get him off the board.
Nope. Let him own his throne. He's earned it.
Very, thank you, Colin, for putting that together. Another sick all-star run. Very, very deserving managers. People who have gone to the depths of hell with Peach, now enjoying Bowser glory. So happy for y'all, and excited to see how these players shake out in playoffs. But we have 2 more weeks, which means that the next week is week 9. I am talking out loud as I try and copy and paste the schedule over from week 9 onto the sheet.
I'll take over for you and point out a fun fact that the managers who got first had Peach for a season, but the managers who got second are the Dave Garrett trade from season 1, who both had a Daisy, but also both enjoyed a Bowser. So I think that that's kind of funny. Ooh, look at that formatting.
You don't need this. I have all that data semi-formatable.
No,
if you don't want to save that.
I need it, Colin.
Okay.
You don't understand how badly I need it. This is going well. My mouse double clicking.
And All Stars will be. Well, actually, I should post that somewhere on the reference. I should put All Star list on there because I have it all. But it does also show up if you look at a specific player's page, it shows up if they were an All Star in that season.
Let's just put a little star next to him.
Yeah, it does.
Nice. I actually thought it was going to be something significantly like more complex than that. So kudos to you for figuring out that
they
put a little star next to their season
they are a star, and no one can take that away from them.
Although you kind of have to scroll all the way over to see it. But whatever.
Whatever. All right. Week 9. We are starting off in the MLS with a probably would say game what should be game of the week. Early these guys played like way early in the season. And Garrett took a win in an absolute slugfest. I definitely think, obviously, that both teams will be sending out their A lineups because they don't really have a choice. Uh, Earlier in the season, Dave sent out Bowser Jr. Does he have Wario available? He does. Man, this Dave lineup is nasty. And for audio listeners, some mystical, magical force has forced the prediction chart in front of our faces, which, granted how often I've showed the table for in standings, I think is only fair. Colin is having an unreal season. 69% prediction percentage.
Nice.
Um, with 19 perfects, far clear. I would like to point out that Reed has 0 perfects. He is in last place when it comes to that. But yes, Colin is doing incredibly in Preds. This past season, we talked about how he had a chance. We had a lot of differentiation from Colin, but he still was just right in 5 of 6,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But for this, I think that David's team is just too nasty this week, and I'm going to take him. But I do think that it will be in... I'm going to say Dave Revenge in 2. Ham, what's your pick?
Dave's left team, Dave in 3.
Aye, aye.
This shouldn't be a guarantee.
We love to guarantee against Garrett.
We really do.
That does happen.
This shouldn't be a guarantee.
But will he throw away the picker? Do not guarantee
I think Dave's got to send it. Dave's actually their team hasn't really been better. They have the same amount of points. What happened the first time they played?
Garrett swept in 2.
But
Give me Garrett in 3.
6-5 and 4-3.
Yeah, and that was a Bowser Jr. series. I think that is a accurate representation of how that series is. And if we had a fourth person here, hopefully they would pick Garrett because that is going to be very close.
Yeah.
Jake versus
making
Reed.
the incorrect decision, as it is technically possible for you guys to catch up to me, but whatever.
You dare put a number there, Austin.
Oh, no, don't worry. I don't have to think about this one. It's just going to be Jake. I don't know how many games it's going to be. I also like to say, since my crusade against Reed, I am 0-2, so I have picked Reed's series incorrectly the last 4 weeks. That's off the top of my head, too. It might go back even further than that. So thank you, Reed, for making it so I'm all the way down here. Ham, what's your pick in this grudge match? I can hardly think of 2 people that won it more against each other than Jake and Reed.
Give me Jake in 3.
He
believes he's become a disciple of Terrio.
Why you guys keep doing this to me? I make the first pick.
He has to go last from now
on. I cannot predict Daisy, Toad, Monty, Shy Guy to win. Daisy's the worst captain of all time. Give me the Waluigi. Give me Jake in 3.
Surely.
The first time ever predicting Jake to guarantee.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We do not need to check the data on that, but there's never been a chance. Never been a chance. This has got to be the worst duo of lineups fielded this season. Actually, never mind. The freaking Adam versus Danny Peach did bonanza. That was horrible. Um, Jesus. Okay. Colin versus Hamilton. Oh baby.
Colin in 3.
Do I send it, Colin?
No.
Give me Colin in 3. I I'd
The
like to
did lineup
change.
guarantee.
I'd like to change my answer. Can I go Colin in 2?
Not the smart
No,
Phil.
no.
There's there's a keyboard command for it. Okay, so
This
Colin,
lineup has me in shambles.
there's no way that's actually a guarantee.
It's the did lineup. It's the biggest guarantee you can have.
That's got to be a statistical anomaly. It's just got. The stupidest thing is I did all that work to like studying the map records of the did lineup going up the past 2 seasons, and Adam didn't even play it. I will not send that to you, Ham. You're not gonna ask for it, but
I have it. Actually, I looked it up already.
yeah.
I was doing research a long time ago. I think Colin was in the.
I did it at least against Bowser, or I looked up what I did against Danny last season.
Yeah. Same. I think I submitted a lineup then.
Oh, you did submit a lineup.
Oh,
You've absolutely submitted a lineup.
have you seen it?
Yeah, well, I looked at the maps because I remember it being funny.
Did this guy just
Like-
cheat? Is that what I just heard?
I submitted my lineup first.
Wait, I'm gonna check the timestamps on this.
Well, I didn't submit my lineup before Hamilton, but I submitted my lineup before I
Now the
looked.
story changes.
I always submit my lineup before I look.
Okay. Sounds like payback for the draft.
Fair enough. Fair enough at that point. Gotta tip your hat.
Oh man, these next
These
two
are-
series in SPL are absolute bangers. Series defining Jacob versus Eric. I'm definitely gonna want to look and see who they have available.
Eric's missing a Boo. Jacob's missing a Birdo. Everyone else is free play for both.
Okay. Don't want to look up lineup submissions.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna tell you. Last week, Eric ran Wario, Boo, Shy Guy, Birdo. Jacob ran DK, Monty, Toad, Birdo. I imagine we're gonna see Yoshi versus Petey.
I feel like lifetime for that's kind of interesting. I'm digging an SPL reference right now. If anyone,
I know I lost this season in that matchup.
I'll go Eric in 3.
I've got too many damn. Where did I lose my SPL reference? Damn it!
I don't need data. I just need vibes.
I would love Eric in 3.
I'm gonna go Jacob in 3.
PD is 6-3 lifetime against Yoshi. You said Jacob in 3.
Yeah,
Martville.
That Smartphil had it.
that's good. This is like the 8th time I've just predicted every game to go to 3. It's really working.
Jacob versus Eric. I feel like, oh, it'd be really funny if Eric got pulled into the to the fight. Imagine Eric gets swept in 2. I'm going for chaos. Jacob in 2. Which segues into Freddy in 3. Which is Freddy versus me.
See, I like your sidekicks. Actually, his sidekicks aren't bad either.
Second half season
Okay.
managing Freddy. Give me Freddy in 3.
Second half Fred. Second half Fred goes nuts. but this isn't a guarantee. I'm not gonna be the one to do it.
He's playing the role of Fred by just predicting against the table. It's a tribute.
Which I shouldn't be doing with a lead.
I mean, it paid off
I
last
only
week.
did it twice. I only did it twice.
What do you think game score is for me?
Oh, 3.
3. Danny versus Adam. We've already seen Peach versus Did once this season. Will we be blessed again?
He doesn't have Did lineup. He could run it with a Koopa or with a Shy Guy instead of a Koopa, which we've never seen before.
Didn't he? Oh, interesting. I don't know why, but defensive Shy Guy feels wrong. I tried it once. It didn't work. Um. Well, since
Danny going back to back Peach weeks.
I don't think so.
further leakage, Dan and 2.
We'll also go Dan too.
Don't hire this manager plumber.
Hot take. I'm gonna go Dan and 2.
He's a pyromaniac.
Get the orange out. Wow, 3 guarantees. When was the last time we did 3 guarantees?
I think last week.
Not a time that it went well in my mind.
Yeah, last week.
Oh, last week.
Yeah, which we
I only got
lost.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, we only lost our
That's
absolute
good.
guarantee.
Sorry, Danny. Better start Peach.
Oh, we did 2 perfects there. Oh my.
Yeah, we guarantee a lot, especially. Well, actually, that was last week was a 4-person pred board.
Yeah.
But that is it for week 9 and for all-star voting. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are super stoked to get back into the action. It kind of feels like we just took a little bit of a deep breath before the climax, and now, as everyone remembers from grade school, the falling action begins. So let's see what the resolution will be. All right. Peace, everyone.
Peace.